What we're going to look at today is if conditions. So what is an if condition? An if condition is a statement that says if a certain thing is true, I'll do another certain thing. So to explain this more, I'll write an example over here for you. So there are two parts of an if condition. The first part is if, and the other part is the else part. So if let's say x is greater than 5, I want to print out x is greater than 5, else, which means if x is not greater than 5, I want to print out x is not greater than 5. So we'll have to define x first. So I'll define int x is equal to say 2. Let's run this. Since 2 was less than 5, when the program executed, it went to the else part, which states cout x is not greater than 5, and it printed out x is not greater than 5. Let me change the value to something greater than 5, say 6. So when I execute this, my program says x is greater than 5 because the if condition was true. So if x is greater than 5, cout x is greater than 5, else cout x is not greater than 5. So using the same program that we wrote, we're going to see what an else if statement does. So what we did was we checked if x was greater than 5, we printed out x is greater than 5, and else we printed out x is not greater than 5. What if there is another condition? For example, else if x is greater than 2, we print out x is greater than 2 but less than 5. Or what I can do is I can add another else if statement which says else if x is greater than 0, I want to print out cout x is greater than 0 but less than 2. And ultimately, if none of these conditions are true, I want to print out cout something is wrong. So let's run this program to see what happens. So initially my value of x is 6, so my very first statement, very first if condition is true, which is if x is greater than 5, cout x is greater than 5, which it does print. Let's change the value of x to say something less than 5 but greater than 2, for example 4, and let's run this. So my second else if condition is true, which says x is greater than 2 but less than 5, since 4 is greater than 2 but less than 5. Let's change the value of x to 1. What happens now? So now my program starts running. It goes to the first statement, which is if x is greater than 5. Since x is not greater than 5, it goes on to the next statement, which checks if x is greater than 2. Now since x is 1, this statement is also not true. My program goes to the next condition, which states if x is greater than 0, which it is, 1 is greater than 0, it prints out x is greater than 0 but less than 2, which it does. It prints out x is greater than 0 but less than 2. Now let's change the value to something negative, for example -1, and let's run this program. Now what my program does is it starts from the beginning, it checks if x is greater than 5, which it is not. It goes to the next if condition, which states if x is greater than 2, which it is not since -1 is not greater than 2. It goes to the next condition, x is greater than 0. Now x is still not greater than 0, which is -1 is not greater than 0. It goes to the next statement, which is else. Anything other than these conditions will go here. Else print out something is wrong, and my program prints something is wrong. So this is it for now. We'll continue in the next lecture. Thank you.